Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another day.
I have a slight headache today, so
I had one, but I took
apologize.
some ibuprofen, so
I took some
Why'd you
Tylenol.
switch the sides on the screen?
I just put it. I don't know. I
Flick
just put
your
it
head?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
there.
Good try.
It is the first week
October.
for Halloween month
Yeah.
for October.
I get that.
That's a
We
bonus.
were supposed to watch Shaun of the Dead. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! You know what's funny is I almost forgot to watch the movie last night because I was
Did you
too
really?
busy playing video games.
Joseph.
No, I came home.
Well, it wasn't that. I was like playing video. I was like, oh fuck, we gotta watch that movie tonight. But I had to wait on Madison to get home anyway. So
Madison,
I have work. What do you want from me?
she was like,
get your shit together.
"Do you think
The reason
Jeremiah
why
wants to
not
step
off
in on this?"
everywhere.
And I was like, "No, bitch, you're fucking doing the
Whoa.
podcast.
I was tired. I wanted
Trying to
go
pawn your shit off on somebody."
I wanted to sleep.
He would have?
I know he would.
Yeah, I know he would have. I was like, probably, but he's not doing it. You are. I think Karen's.
She's like, tag out.
I think I got enough. I got
Tag
enough of
team.
Karen's family on my podcast. God damn
What
it!
are
After
gonna
you
do when
leave,
she was
trying to
after
tag
you
out.
leave, you gotta understand. After you leave, it's gonna be all of her family on this podcast. Jeremiah's gonna take over. I'm gonna have her, Jeremiah, Eric. I might as well just step the fuck out and let Jack take over.
I was gonna
my
say
spot.
I can dip. You can have Crystal step in for a couple episodes or every other
I don't
week
think
or
that's
something.
a good idea.
No,
because she doesn't know how to do all the stuff that you do.
She would be
I can
like,
show her. I can
And
train her.
I tried it with the podcast thing with her one time, and she just sat there in silence the whole time and giggled a little bit.
Oh, I
That's
could
all
train
she
her.
did.
She could job shadow. I could train her.
Job shadow. Sad part. Yeah, but she's like, but I ain't getting paid, so
She's
fuck
like, what
that.
should I wear?
Yeah, what should I wear?
What?
Like, go down there
What
in your
you're wearing
go down
right
there in
now?
bra and panties for all that. Hell, we get views that way.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Second
Anyway,
thought, we should have her do the like creator profile. We could do it like Vanna White style, but she could be in a bra and panties.
oh dude,
Like
Just tell.
I
Just tell
definitely get
YouTube
views then.
that it's.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
get a lot of views.
Tell
That's
you.
something- or we could do it like a boxer style. She could come out with a card and just
And like a bikini.
yeah.
Tell YouTube
I like
it's
these
a
ideas.
See?
swimsuit.
See?
That and I get to see my wife in a bikini every Tuesday.
I was thinking I get to, but
Oh, wow.
Hey, tell YouTube that it's a swimsuit and it won't get removed.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody's probably looking at him like, yeah, but his wife can't be that attractive.
She really is.
She really is, though.
She really
hot.
is.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're like, nah, in your dreams, dude.
Yeah, you're just saying that because she's your wife. No, I'm saying that because it's true.
Mhm.
Anyway, welcome back. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. Bloop. Yeah, you like that? Mm-hmm.
There it is.
It's
You
still
just
fresh
need
to
a
me.
bump that says
He's like, how long do you think on average it takes you to get used to something, and then it's not exciting anymore?
Well, I'm sure
I'm thinking it's going to be.
by the end of the
For a
month.
week.
I was going to say by the end of Spooky Month, you're going to be used to it. And it's
Eh.
not going to be exciting
Yeah.
anymore.
Here, let me do
What
it
do you
again.
think?
You did that last week too. Here,
Yeah.
let me do it again.
Sorry.
You're good.
Anyway, let's get into some crazy shit here. So the internet's been a buzz.
Yeah.
We're not doing trailers this week. We're gonna do some internet stuff. And guess who we're talking about?
I could guess.
You can guess. His name starts with a P. Oh, hold on. There he is.
Uh huh.
Good old
P.
Puff
Diddy.
Daddy. P. Diddy himself. This guy has been all over the fucking... What are you
I
doing?
want to read it.
This isn't a creator profile.
Oh.
Oh, good God,
We're
no.
not doing a creator profile on this piece of shit.
Fuck no.
Fuck this guy. This guy is... He might be worse than R. Kelly.
I don't
It's
know.
coming out that way, dude.
Like, but
Dude, I just
really,
watched something earlier.
really,
naming
though?
all of his...
he just got caught.
Right. So all the sex...
How many other people are doing
yeah,
this?
I know. Well, hold on now, because it gets fucking deep. Like, this rabbit hole is deep.
But he filmed it, so you know there's a million other people that are gonna get like caught now.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Everybody who's ever attended any of his parties
Stay low.
are like,
Oh,
oh,
the-
fuck, their buttholes are puckered right now.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
now.
they're staying low. Notice how everyone got quiet.
yeah. All right. So,
There's a bunch of people that like deleted all their Instagram.
I got a news article on this, and then I also got an update video that just came out today.
Tweeter
So,
twatters.
like I said, listen, I got an article today, or an article that we're gonna do on it.
Okay.
And then I've got a video that was just released today, a news video on some more shit that just came out and what's going on with that.
You know, kids used to walk around saying like,
yeah. All right. Sorry, I had to tell Zach what server I'm in.
you're fine. You know how kids used to walk around going like, you know, love you, no homo or whatever?
Yeah.
Jack and his friends will say like, you know, love you, no diddy.
No diddy.
No diddy.
No diddle.
That's
No
the new
diddle.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Everybody's making up all kinds of jokes, like the baby oil. People will be like running through Diddy's house, and then they'll slip on their foot.
I've
It's
seen
like,
You know how many things that his wife has sent me that's like related to that? Like,
I posted
oh my
shit.
God.
I'm posting shit on Facebook. I'm posting shit on fucking on
I've been
Discord.
I've been sending shit to her. Like,
I don't care, man. This shit is fucking great, dude.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I feel bad for the people involved that are the victims of the this sorry ass motherfucker. But at the same time, some of them beams and shit, like his name alone, it's just, you know.
We're making fun of him, not what he did necessarily. We're
not who he did it
to.
That,
we're making fun of the fact that he got caught and that he's a piece of shit.
So I got this news article, right? Does anybody want to read it? Because I can't read it because I got to do this.
Oh,
you can do the creator.
Yeah,
profile.
You like to read it. I'll read this. Because you like to do the...
We'll let you do creator profile. And maybe
almost the death stare
and if you're
right
good,
there.
we'll let you do the movie, too.
Oh, it's about what I just said, so
That's
this is really
not being
relevant. Okay. P. Diddy's arrest. Why your favorite Hollywood stars may be in trouble. I'm going to read it like I'm on the news.
No, none of the people that they're about to talk about are my favorites.
Oh, good. Shaun P. Diddy Combs...
like P. Diddle comes.
P. Diddler.
The P. Diddler comes.
More famously known as the Diddler. I'm just kidding.
That'd be so fucking good if it said that.
Popularly known.
More famously known as the Diddler. The Hollywood Diddler.
Hollywood Diddler. Can't even read it. Popularly known as P. Diddy, or just Diddy. Diddler. Is at the center of a growing scandal that has led to his arrest on serious charges. On September 16th, Combs was apprehended in New York on accusations of sex trafficking and racketeering. The U.S. music mogul has since pleaded not guilty to these allegations, which also include sex trafficking by force and coercion, as well as facilitating prostitution. As the case unfolds, attention is being drawn not only to Combs, but also to the A-list celebrities who have long been part of his inner circle. Investigation against Diddy. U.S. federal authorities deepened their investigation into the Combs in March with raids of his Los Angeles and Miami properties being broadcasted live. Oh, I missed that.
Oh, they broadcast it live?
Yeah, like they must have like.
Oh, they found like over 1,000 bottles of fucking lube.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had this big
lube?
Industrial like gallon or not gallon, but like those big drums.
The raid
of them in his garage.
Hold on, they probably got it.
No, seriously, like I
don't
saw
watch it right now.
No, I saw that. Like they had like the drums in his fucking garage.
Yeah.
Who needs drums? I mean, well, this is a dumb question now, but like drums of lube. Like I know porn places probably do, but like
it kind of like one. I've been listening to this and kind of following. I haven't been following it like fully.
No, I haven't been following it until now, I guess.
But like, I'm like, holy shit, this dude is fucked up, and so are some of the people that were at his parties and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he might be like, I don't know, dude. He might be worse than R. Kelly at this point.
No, didn't R. Kelly just pee on people?
Yeah, he
had his own kind of lube.
He had his own weird thing going on, but
he had
his own little weird thing going on.
Yeah, I guess he did. During this time, Combs himself was abroad, his private jet. Aboard, I think is what they mean. Since then, despite several accusations and lawsuits have been filed against him, many high-profile celebrities have been called out for remaining noticeably silent, sparking outrage on social media platforms. Accusations and Diddy's arrest. Shaun Diddy Combs has faced several lawsuits, most of which allege severe misconduct, including sexual assault and abuse. The main allegations arise from multiple women, including his former partner, Cassie Ventura, and others who have accused him of years of physical, emotional, and sexual violence.
They got video footage of him beating the fuck out of her in a hotel or some shit.
Well, they were together for a while.
They were in like the hallway or something. He was smacking the fuck out of her or something.
Combs' arrest followed a series of allegations and lawsuits that began surfacing in late 2023, most notably from his former girlfriend, singer Cassandra Ventura, known as Cassie. She accused him of a range of serious offenses, from sexual assault to orchestrating disturbing freak-off events, where she was allegedly coerced into performing sexual acts.
Name. freak offs.
I so thought that they meant
Then
like fuck off,
oh
but they
my
couldn't
God.
say that. Like
No, they meant freak off.
Yeah,
that's what
so
P. Diddy
dumb.
calls his little sex.
Oh my God.
that was
sex
so
parties.
dumb. That's
freak
so
off.
dumb.
Okay, someone said that earlier. They were like, "It's getting freaky in here, y'all."
Where she was allegedly coerced in performing sexual acts. Ventura's lawsuit filed in November of 2023 was settled out of court for an undisclosed sum, but the revelations have since spiraled into a wider criminal investigation. The charges against Combs are supported by claims that he used his influence, power, and wealth to manipulate, abuse, coerce his victims. You don't say. People without money can't do that.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, some dude with 25 cents isn't going to get a blowjob from,
like, come on, man. I'll get you next week.
Yeah, no shit. I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a blowjob today. That doesn't work.
The old saying, $20 is $20.
Pretty much.
I've used it before.
Federal lawsuits against Diddy. Combs is facing several criminal lawsuits with at least 4 significant cases recently making headlines. These lawsuits are centered around allegations of sexual abuse, trafficking, and abusive behavior. These are Cassie Ventura's lawsuit in November of 2023. Cassie accused Diddy of... So stupid, Diddy. Such a stupid name.
I don't know why he went from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy. I like Puff Daddy more.
Puff Daddy actually sounds decent. Diddy sounds like something...
Sounds something he does to little kids.
Yeah, and like, it sounds like something a little kid says because they can't say daddy right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Physical and sexual abuse during their decade-long relationship, detailing instances of rape, forced drug use, and violent control. Her lawsuit was settled swiftly, with both parties releasing statements, but without an admission of wrongdoing by Diddy. Adria English's lawsuit, July of 2024. I think that's how you say her name, Adria? Adria English, a former porn star, filed a lawsuit against Diddy of sex trafficking and grooming her for sexual performance at his parties. Derek Lee Cardello Smith's lawsuit, September of 2024. A man named Cardello Smith accused Diddy of drugging and raping him at a party in 1997. He won a $100 million default judgment against Diddy. Don Richards' allegations, September of 2024. Former singer Don Richard accused Diddy of verbal, physical, and sexual abuse during her time in his girl group Danity Kane. She claimed to have witnessed abuse towards others as well, including underage girls being exploited at his parties. These lawsuits allege that Diddy engaged in racketeering, sex trafficking, and orchestrating elaborate sexual performances referred to as freak-offs, involving multiple people and often under the influence of drugs. The allegations also include physical assaults and controlling behavior towards women. Diddy denies all allegations. Diddy has consistently denied all accusations, with his legal team arguing that the relationships and activities were consensual. Following the statement with Cassie, Diddy's statement indicated a desire to move forward without admitting guilt. Combs and his lawyers have also slandered some of the petitioners, calling their accusations a money grab. Why are Hollywood big shots silent on Diddy? Allegations against Diddy have led to widespread public outrage, with netizens sharing old interview clips of the rapper pointing out problematic statements made by him. Lyrics from Eminem's song Fuel, released in July, titled "The Death of Slim Shady," have gained attention on social media in what is believed to be scathing allegation against Combs, commonly referred as P. Diddy. The lyrics go, "I'm like a R-A-P-E-R. Got so many S-A's, huh?"
Yeah, I've heard this before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? However, not all celebrities have been vocal on the matter, raising questions about those closets to Combs. You know, I mean, this isn't the first time Slim Shady's done that, though. Like, he's pointed out so many people.
Yeah, I know.
In his songs,
yeah.
Being a narc without actually being a narc.
Right. Many Hollywood personalities attended his infamous parties, worked alongside him, or benefited from his mentorship. Now questions are being raised about how much they knew about the alleged activities and whether they too might face scrutiny. P. Diddy and Jay-Z. As the legal proceedings continue, the spotlight has also fallen on Combs' relationship with Jay-Z, as the two are considered to be close friends. While Jay-Z has enjoyed a long-standing friendship and professional collaboration with Combs, his silence has been noticed by the public. Rapper 50 Cent has mocked both Combs and Jay-Z for their association, using social media to imply Jay-Z is distancing himself from the scandal. P. Diddy and Justin Bieber. Bieber, who rose to fame as a teenager, spent time with Combs early in his career. Media reports indicate that for a 2009 video, Bieber spent 48 hours with Combs, which raised questions about the nature of their relationship. Though no illegal activity has been implied, Bieber was about 15 years old at the time. Bieber has not spoken publicly about Combs' recent legal troubles. P. Diddy and Usher. Usher was sent to live with Combs in 1994 when he was around 15 to work on his debut album. Usher has described the experience as eye-opening, specifically mentioning being introduced to sexual activities in Combs' home. Despite this, Usher has largely stayed quiet about the details of his time with Combs, although he once remarked that he wouldn't send his kids to live with him. Usher has not commented on Combs' arrest or allegations. P. Diddy and Jennifer Lopez. Lopez dated Combs from 1999 to 2001, a period marked by a nightclub shooting in which both were involved. While Lopez has spoken positively about the lessons she learned from Combs, she confirmed infidelity during their relationship. Lopez has also remained silent on the recent allegations against Combs. P. Diddy and Ashton Kutcher. An interview clip of Ashton Kutcher from 2019 on the show Hot Ones resurfaced where the actor hinted at secrets from Diddy's parties. These parties have been linked to reports of drugs and nudity. Kutcher met Diddy in 2002 during MTV's Punk'd and Making the Band. The two have shared a long friendship, and Kutcher being a regular attendant of Combs' events and even hosted the 2009 White Party. Kutcher also recently faced backlash for defending his That 70s Show co-star Danny Masterson, who was convicted of rape last year.
Yeah, apparently Ashton Kutcher's just like this fucking douchebag, dirtbag magnet in Hollywood because apparently he always just gets stuck with these fucking like pieces of shit in Hollywood, like Danny Masterson, P. Diddy.
We didn't get that from the Punk thing.
Huh?
He's kind of a D-bag anyway.
That's true.
But see, that's the funny thing is...
I don't mind Ashton Kutcher.
No, I know. Maybe he's just one of those really nice guys that attract assholes. I don't know.
But Ashton Kutcher also has another... he's got his own firm that actually goes against sex trafficking. He actually has his own...
Well, the funny part is before all that shit, he was linked to a fucking murder in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because he happened to be at that girl's house or whatever that night before she had died, and they found his fingerprints and shit all over her apartment or something, and he was a suspect for a minute. Yes, he was. But he had to go testify in court
for he wasn't cleared for a good 4 months. Mm-hmm. It was a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has his own firm that goes against sex trafficking. Like he actually goes in.
Yeah, it was him and his brother.
Yeah.
Put it together.
And like they go and get kids out, like kids. Out of sex trafficking and all that,
which is weird because he pays for his own... why would he surround himself with people like this?
Yeah, and that's what
good
it's.
Cover. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe he was undercover investigating P. Diddy. Maybe he's one of the people that knocked his ass out.
Could be.
I don't know.
They're keeping that quiet just because he can do it more often too. I don't know. This led to him resigning from his tech company Thorn, and has also led to concern about his work in advocating for child trafficking victims. P. Diddy and Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi was also reported involved in a brief relationship with
I had Ventura. A Kid Cudi image. It's not on here, though. I must have forgot to add it. Sorry, guys, but...
Son of a bitch. Found himself a target of Combs' wrath with allegations emerging that Combs was behind an arson attack on Cudi's car. This incident was confirmed by Cudi's team. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, and Mariah Carey, Combs' famous parties, particularly his white parties, have been a point of focus, with many A-list celebrities, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, and Mariah Carey, attending over the years.
You know what I say? Hold on, I want to stop you. You know what I say about the Kid Cudi thing? Hang him. You don't fuck with Kid Cudi, dude. You don't fuck with Kid Cudi. You put him on death row, dude. Kid Cudi's the shit.
I would say the rape.
That too.
Just throwing that out there. While these events have resurfaced in the wake of his arrest, no criminal activity has been linked to them. Celebrities like Meek Mill, who have been associated with Combs, have denied rumors and speculation about their relationships. Mill has notably dismissed allegations of any sexual involvement with Combs. Are celebrities required to speak on public issues? Fuck no. I wish they wouldn't.
Right.
As celebrities increasingly vocal about their opinions on various public... Yeah, and you know what? They're surprisingly quiet about this. They want to run their fucking mouth about every little fucking thing. But this, they're awfully fucking quiet about.
I know. Because how many of you fuckers...
It's almost like,
we're gonna get
I
there.
might be on one of those videos.
Yeah, we're going to get there. Don't worry.
Come the fuck on.
There's like 120 people on that list.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's retarded.
Their opinions on various public and politician issues, the question of whether these public figures should comment has remained contentious. Critics argue that it is not their responsibility to speak on these issues, and many celebrities have faced backlash for sharing their opinions on political matters such as Gaza. Meanwhile, others still feel that it is important for celebrities to take a stance on social issues, especially when it involves people in the media industry. I don't give a fuck if you say anything or not.
I think it depends on the issue. If it's for something good, then yeah, okay, you have a platform like Ashton Kutcher standing up for sex trafficking. Well, you know what I mean? But like whenever it comes to something political or something like that, keep your fucking mouth shut, because it's a divided country and it's up to us to decide. We don't need your influence on certain people.
I don't think even when it's a good thing, and here's why. Because not everything is black and white, so even a good thing could be considered like divisive.
I guess, yeah.
So what I'm saying is
like
that
fracking.
What I'm saying is that even if you have a good thing, like an Ashton Kutcher's, or like Keanu Reeves, he does a lot of charity work. He never says a fucking word about it.
He keeps his mouth shut.
So the rest of you, take fucking note.
Right.
We don't want to hear about it. We want you to do your movies and your shit and keep your fucking mouth shut. Dance. That's what we want.
Yeah, I agree.
But in this case, when you should be saying something.
Yeah, when you should be stepping up and defending the ones that were taken advantage of here. You're not. You're keeping your mouth shut.
You're not saying a word, which is awfully fucking weird.
It's Hollywood for you.
Very fucking
So, all right. So
weird.
They also just released a little news video today on some more updates on this whole fucking debacle. As soon as I remember where I put it, I think it's in here. Maybe. Nope, it's not in there. Hold on. We'll find it together. Don't you guys worry.
Come on. We'll go on an adventure.
It's adventure time. All right.
Steph, thank you. We are following breaking news right now related to music mogul Shaun Diddy Combs. Major new allegations today of sexual assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest, allegedly, just 9 years old. The allegations were revealed today by attorneys representing more than 100 alleged victims who are preparing to sue. So let's bring in NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas right now. So Chloe, you know,
where are you going? Fucking nowhere. You ain't never getting out of jail, man.
Can you just walk us through these new allegations and tell us if we've heard from Combs yet?
So the individual that you see on the screen right now, that is an attorney based out of Houston, Texas, and his name is Tony Busby. He's been a part of some very well-known litigation over the years involving the BP oil spill, even involving the Astroworld Music Festival crisis where some individuals were killed during a stampede. So he has made headlines before, but this is pretty shocking. So
I like his hair.
Is claiming right now at this press conference that he has had over 3,000 individuals reach out to his law firm in Houston, Texas, that he and his team have been vetting these claims, that now they are representing over 120 accusers, and that over the next 30 days, they will begin to file different civil suits. That this is not a class action lawsuit, that they are going to continue to vet these allegations, but right now they feel strong about these. So he also said today that it's not just Combs that will be named as a defendant, that there will be other high-profile individuals, some household names. He says, quote, many powerful people, there are many dirty secrets. He says that his team has collected pictures, video, and that the allegations include violent sexual assault or rape, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recordings, and sexual abuse of minors. So this was something else that they talked about, that there are 25 accusers who were allegedly minors at the time that these allegations took place, starting in 1991, span all the way up over 2 decades. He also talks about where these individuals are from. He said that they hail from more than 25 states, New York, California, Florida. We know that Diddy had a residence in Miami, Georgia. We've reached out to Sean Combs' legal team for comment. They have not yet responded. Combs is currently being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I told you all their assholes are puckering right now, dude.
Charged with racketeering. sex trafficking and prostitution.
You're about to be sitting in there with Danny Masterson.
That they also claim that 62% of these individuals are identifying as an African American, and that they are evenly split between female accusers and male accusers and claims.
Evenly split between dudes and women.
He said, look, I know that everybody expected me today or wanted me to name other high-profile individuals. He says, I'm not going to do that today, but it will come at some point. He says that these names will shock you.
Wow. I mean, shocking details to say the very least, and I'm sure just the start of what's to come. Chloe Melas, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, that guy's got like the biggest forehead ever.
Yeah, well, that's
no, it's like
that's
like
just a receded hairline. Yeah,
like dude, just shave it off at this point. Like, why
just
even
give it up? So it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I can't believe.
Improve your protection, Dad.
I can't believe that, like, all these, like, I'm wondering who the fuck are all these other people. I've seen rumors of, like, I'm not going to say this, but Kamala Harris, a lot of people on that list of individuals who...
I still want to see the Epstein list come out.
That was going to be what I was going to say, is, like, the timing of this is kind of interesting to me, that we're going to have this big scandal come out.
Right before the election.
Right before the election. Look over here. Don't look over here. And, the whole Epstein thing, like, we never got resolution from that. So it's almost like, well, we'll give you this.
Did Epstein happen right around election time?
I don't remember when that happened.
I don't remember
but what
either.
I'm saying is that we never got resolution. We never got the list. We just got his girlfriend, which we knew was dirtier than shit.
And a list of people who were on the island.
And big fucking deal. People went to the island. People went to the island all the time, and they weren't all
Which we still
bad.
have the list. We just never released it.
They never released it, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on,
So-
I'm going to look this up because that's interesting.
My point is that we never got resolution from the Epstein thing. So it's almost like, they're like, okay, well, we're not going to give you resolution to the Epstein thing, but here's a bunch of celebrities that we don't give a shit about, but we're not going to give you the politicians. We'll give you the celebrities, though. Not to get too conspiracy theory-ish.
Yeah, but it kind of like...
The timing of this is very interesting. Because this has been going on since 91. And you're telling me that they've got video, they've got... and it's such a high profile celebrity.
Man,
and you're telling me that they just now can get him?
It's almost... So it was back in 2019. It would have been 2020 when all that would have happened, the election, before the election. But, so this is happening much closer.
But you're telling me we didn't need a
election.
distraction then either.
We definitely needed it. Well, between that and COVID and all that stuff going on, that was your distraction then. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, I think that what's going on here is fucking insane. There's a whole...
I'm not saying that there isn't something happening.
There's a list of people, not only
serious.
just Jay-Z fucking... I mean, I saw a video, this dude was talking about... so you've seen Get Him to the Greek, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Russell Brand's on that list of people has freak-offs or whatever. Russell Brand, Beyonce. There's a whole fucking list. Jay-Z... Alicia Keys. There's a bunch of people on this list. This is just a list of people in these videos.
I'd be hard pressed to see Russell Brand, though. They blacklisted his ass because he wouldn't participate in their bullshit.
The thing is, though, is he talks heavily about the Jeffrey, the thing that they smoke in the
I don't know
in the show or in the movie. He said that's a real thing. He said that's actually something that P. Diddy actually gives people at parties.
Yeah.
It's called the Jeffrey. It fucking zonks you out and shit. And it's funny because that movie was produced by P. Diddy.
That's true.
So tell me it's not heavily influenced by maybe some of his experiences, his party experiences. I'm just saying some of this shit hits a little bit too close to home.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that this isn't serious. That this isn't a real thing. It is a real thing.
Right. I think I might have.
But that's the thing is that they always do this. They always find a real thing.
I do. So here's a list of just some
that's
of the
really
people.
serious.
Here's a list of some of these people that go to these fucking parties. Drake, Oprah Winfrey.
Don't get her ass, please.
Jennifer Lopez, which I would go if she was there.
Yeah, but you would.
Alex Rodriguez, Will Smith is on this list. Alicia Keys, Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ashton Kutcher, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Kanye West, of course. Naomi Campbell, Mary J. Blige, Swizz Beatz. I don't know who the fuck that is. Dr. Dre, Travis Scott, Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Lil Kim, The Weeknd, Kevin Hart, who actually came out and apologized for his shit.
So not staying quiet. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Aniko Parrish, Post Malone, Taylor Swift, who just came out as... Well, yeah. She's endorsing Kamala Harris. Pink and LeBron James. Pink and... who was it? Pink and Usher completely deleted their entire Twitter accounts. Mm-hmm. Completely wiped them. Mm-hmm. After all this stuff came out, they're like, nope. Mm-hmm. They zeroed out.
Yep.
Why?
Because they don't want to be linked to anything. They don't want to see anything. They don't want anybody, but they don't understand that if it's on the internet, it's forever. It's still there, whether you think it is or not.
And the thing about it is that any kind of social media platform, as soon as you sign up for it, it's free, right? Mm-hmm. You don't pay for the social media platform, correct? So guess what?
Which means it's public domain.
Well, guess what? Those servers, anytime you sign up for a social media platform, it's free. You didn't pay for it, which means you're the product.
Yep.
So anything you put on there, they own. Mm-hmm. You don't. You don't own it anymore. Yep. They own it. So if they want to access that shit, they'll find a way.
Exactly. So I don't know. I hope Puff Daddy, P Diddles, is what's going to be happening to him in prison. Mm-hmm. I hope he gets what's coming to him because there is a lot of shit against him right now. And he, in my opinion, so far, is worse than Danny Masterson. He's worse than fucking R. Kelly. This dude, I've never liked P. Diddy to begin with anyway. I've never liked him. I always thought he came off as one of those guys that's just like, thinks he's hot shit, blah, 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 which I guess he was for a while. But I don't like his music. I've never liked him. So this makes me giggle. I don't fucking like him.
I agree. It's a big thing. And, yeah. But please don't lose sight of the other things that are happening in the country, though. Please don't let this distract you.
Yeah. Pay attention to God damn it. It's about time for election. Election season's coming up. Pay attention.
It is so important. Yes. Please don't lose sight of it because, my God, I cannot take another 4 years of what has been going on in this country.
We need to fix what's going on.
We've got to get better
Pay attention to the election. Don't let this distract you.
This election is so important. We cannot... Please don't lose sight. Do not get distracted.
This is just something that doesn't involve you or directly involve you. This is not your concern. This is their concern. Your concern is to be a registered voter and go out there and vote.
By all means, be like, oh shit, some stuff, but don't get distracted by it. Don't forget what's going on. Please don't. Yeah. This is bigger picture here, I guess is what I'm saying.
Let's fix our economy first. Fuck Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he's going to get his ass handed to him because they've made him a focal point at this point. They're trying to distract people.
He's not
going anywhere.
He's not getting out of this unscathed. Anyway, let's move on. Creator profile. We'll let Madison read this one.
Can you guys guess who it is?
Simon Pegg.
That is a very good guess.
I am going with the other guy, Ed. Fuck.
Nick Frost?
Yeah, thank you.
It's Simon Pegg.
Damn. I thought that was too easy.
Simon Pegg, baby.
All right. The blonde, likable, and strikingly... Hello, I had a seizure. Strikingly versatile.
Her tongue almost fell out of her mouth.
Yeah, it did.
Simon Pegg has not only been involved with several of the most impressive sitcoms of recent memory as both writer and performer, but has also helped revitalize the apparently morbid?
No.
What is it?
Moribund genre.
Where's that?
Right here. Right next to apparently.
Say it. M what?
M-O-R.
Moribund?
Morbid?
I feel like it should say morbid, but it says moribund.
Why would it be morbid, though? He's not really a...
What is it?
It's
M-O-R-I-B-U-N-D.
Moribund?
I-B-U-N-D?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm going to type it in. Hold on. I'm going to look. Just keep reading.
Genre of the comedy horror film. Okay. He was born on 14th February 1970.
Moribund of a person at the point of death. On examination, she was moribund and dehydrated.
So on the brink of death?
help.
That's not a genre.
Yeah, I don't know. It just says in terminal decline, lacking vitality or vigor.
Dying.
Yeah. So dying, I guess.
That's not a genre.
I wasn't aware that that was a genre or that he specialized in it.
Maybe they're talking about zombies.
Maybe,
He did,
but they're already
one zombie
dead.
movie, didn't he? Like, he didn't do anything.
Well, he did. I mean,
he was a zombie in Land of the Dead, but
Land
that
of
was
the
because
Dead, yeah.
Romero, you know. I mean, but like,
yeah,
that's
I don't
it.
know, man. Whatever. Keep going. I didn't write this shit. Somebody else wrote it.
Yeah. Well,
He
they
was
fucked
born
up.
on
Yeah, they fucked
14th
up.
February 1970 in Gloucester and studied theater, film, and television at Bristol University. After a brief career as a stand-up comedian, his television debut came in the short-lived comedy sketch show Six Pairs of Pants.
Excuse me.
Channel 4, 1995. On which he met future collaborators Jessica Stevenson and Edgar Wright. He had an amusing cameo as a, Belligerent?
Belligerent?
Mm-mm.
No.
God damn it. Which one?
Beleaguered.
Beleaguered director in Steve...
Beleaguered?
Beleaguered.
Sure.
That's what Karen said it was. That's what it is.
Well, I don't know. I just was guessing based on what you were saying.
Mm. Is that a word?
I'd have to see it.
Beleaguered?
Yeah, there's beleaguered and beleaguered.
I think it's beleaguered.
Beleaguered.
Depends on how it's spelled.
It's Beleaguered.
That's beleaguered.
Beleaguered director and Steve Coogan's seminal I'm Alan Partridge, BBC, 1997, and was part of the ensemble cast of the Graham Linehan and Arthur Matthews surreal sketch show Big Train, BBC, 1998-2002. Pegg continued to work with Matthews on the underrated Hippies, BBC, 1999, and made his screen debut in the superbly cast of artistically, negligible. I can say that word. Guest House Paradiso. Why are all these words so complicated, Karen?
I don't know. Somebody's trying to be smart.
He then reunited with Stevenson as co-writer and co-star and director for the BAFTA nominated Spaced, Channel 4, 1999 through 2001. Whose would-be comic book artist, Star Wars fan, and general layabout, Tim became his defining role to date. Continuing his associations with respected comic writers and performers,
His defining role is Shaun of Shaun of the Dead.
He appeared in Chris Morris's infamous Brass Eye
Well, to be fair, they
pedophilia
kinda took
special,
Spaced and
Channel 4, 2001.
Pretty
put
much,
it in
yeah.
zombies.
Pretty much, that's what they did, yeah.
And had cameos in 2 Steve Coogan projects, The Parole Officer, and 24-hour Party People, as well as his quid pro quo appearance in Spaced, co-star Billy Bailey's Black Books. He also had an effective straight role as a soldier in Band of Brothers, HBO 2001. His big screen breakthrough came in the title role of Shaun of the Dead, UK, France, D. Wright, 2004, a delirious rom-zom-com,
Rom-zom-com.
Yeah.
Sure.
which built on
There's
Wright's...
very little of the ROM, though. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, not really wrong.
Well, it was marketed as a romance comedy with zombies.
Sure,
That's what they called it. A romantic comedy with zombies. Zombies.
Is this
I
word
don't see romantic,
virtuoso?
Huh?
Virtuoso.
That's a romance.
Virtuoso.
Virtuoso.
For me, it was more of a bromance.
I think it's more like secondary.
I think if the romance was between him and Ed, really.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it was a
babe.
bromance.
Yeah, like a bromance.
That's my second favorite part in the movie.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks, babe.
Of Space and Pegg's well-established loser-turned-winner persona to create that rare beast, a genuinely exciting, funny, and gripping horror spoof. It was nominated for Best British Film at the BAFTAs and won the Peter Sellers Award for Comedy at the Evening Standard Awards. Fittingly, given their film's obvious debt to the American director's classic zombie films, Pegg and Wright both had cameos in George A. Romero's Land of the Dead, Canada, France, U.S., 2005. Pegg then reunited with many of his old comedic colleagues for the spoof animation I Am Not an Animal, BBC, 2004, and was effectively unpleasant as a futuristic villain in Doctor Who, BBC, 2005. When asked by a
What's that?
journalist
Try again.
whether fame would change him, he quipped, "Well, it's not as if I'm going to go off and appear in Mission Impossible 3. As fate would have it, he then did precisely that. Injecting some welcome humor into the film.
And he's been every one of them since then.
As a twitchy computer expert, his next project is the rural,
Sure.
crime comedy thriller Hot Fuzz in 2007.
Love it.
A reunion with a Wright and frequent co-star Nick Frost, which
Shame.
promises to do for the action film what Shaun of the Dead did for the horror genre.
Huh. Huh.
Geese are back. Oh.
Narf. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. Favorite Simon Pegg movie?
Fuck. Fuck.
It's hard
Simon
because he's
Pegg.
got some
I
really
think it
good
would be
ones.
Hot Fuzz, actually.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz is probably my favorite. Well, I don't know. Paul is probably one of my.
Paul's really good.
Paul is between Hot Fuzz and.
But he's not
Paul,
the standout in Paul, though.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is probably better than.
Ooh, no,
It's really tough because I really like both Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both really good movies. But Shaun
Yeah,
of the Dead
but
is like one of my favorite.
Yeah, but
One of
Hot
my favorite
Fuzz, I
zombie
feel like has
movies.
more comedy relief in it for me.
It does.
Because
Yeah.
it seems like it has got more comedy.
So-
Hag. Excuse me?
I don't know.
When was he in Ready
You know what?
Player
I'm gonna
One?
pick.
He was the guy. He was the creator. One of the creators.
I'm gonna pick Shaun of the
Yeah.
Dead because of this. Every single time I watch it, because Hot Fuzz I've seen so many times. I love it every time. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna pick it because it does something that Hot Fuzz doesn't. Hot Fuzz is great in a lot of ways. And Hot Fuzz is loosely based on The Wicker Man, the original. So it does have that horror element to it.
Yeah.
But what Shaun of the Dead does differently and what it does greatly, and I always forget it because all I remember is the comedy. But during that third act, it turns into a straight horror
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And it's
Yeah, it gets very
straight,
serious
it's
at the end.
straight on horror.
He played
Yeah.
as one of the trolls in Box Trolls.
Yeah.
So it
rips
and it does.
rips open that guy's
Yeah,
guts.
I mean, and it does it perfectly. So there's just this
There's a lot of-
transition from just funny, and then holy shit, and then it goes right
That
back
transition
into,
comes in pretty much right there when Sean's mom dies.
yeah.
Yeah.
From there, it's
Well,
you might even argue it's a little bit sooner than that.
yeah, and I mean, I'm just saying, like and it always catches you by surprise almost because you're just kind of having a good time, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy shit.
It does. It turns into a horror movie.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna pick it.
I'm gonna choose Shaun of the Dead also because it's one of the best zombie movies ever. Even though really it's a spoof of
Dawn.
sort of.
But
a
they do it
spoof.
so lovingly.
It does.
They do it so lovingly.
Also, not only that, but dude, like they did something with the zombie genre that nobody else was ever able to do, and nobody else has been able to do since then, and make a good zombie movie that can be scary, but also very fucking funny.
Well, and also
and pick fun out of it. You know what I mean? And kind of like, yeah. And they don't do the running zombies, nothing like that.
No,
The slow
they all
moving
slow.
zombies.
I've always had the idea though that running zombies have their place.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, they're terrifying. You get the running zombies. Oh man.
Well, my thing is like, okay, I understand why they didn't have them at first, and like why you've got those diehard people that are like, running zombies don't belong. They're dead. Blah blah.
Disagree.
You're right. They're dead. They are, and rigor mortis and all that.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, that's not a thing anymore. And if they've just died, and rigor mortis has passed, their muscles are still going to be fairly usable. So if they're a fairly fresh zombie, there's no reason they can't run.
Right.
Now, when they start to decay,
that's like in The Walking Dead. That's something that I did like. Was
28 days later,
decayed,
28 days later is a different story because they're not technically zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And 28 days later, there was a rage virus.
They're decomposing bodies. So.
Well, they weren't decomposing; they were still alive. The zombies in that movie were actually still alive. That's why it's called 28 Days Later, because it takes 28 days for the human body to die essentially from lack of food.
Yeah.
Even though really they should have considered water. You can only go without water for 3 days. So.
Well, if they were eating enough people and blood has water.
True.
In it, so they would have gotten some sustenance from that.
Yeah. But in this, like I'm gonna go with Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead.
Yep.
Yeah. I could say The Boys, but he's not really a big part of The Boys.
What did he play in The Boys?
He's Huey's dad.
Oh yeah.
What'd you choose?
I didn't yet.
Oh. Then you got the Outworld's End too. That's a good one too.
Shaun of the Dead.
It's good, but
it doesn't
really
compare.
It's not as good as the other two.
It's not. Yeah. It's good, but it's not.
The one chick, the one that goes off in the nerdy guy, I can't remember her name. The one with the
she was on Sabrina.
Yeah.
Diane.
Yeah, she was in. She plays as Helga.
Yeah, in Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to think she was hot back in the day, but she's put on quite a bit of weight since then.
Is she?
Yeah. All right, and she has a really big forehead. You don't see it a lot in this movie because
she's always wearing hats.
So, but she's got a big forehead.
So do you.
Shut the fuck up. You're gonna have a big forehead when I knock that motherfucker.
You already did once. Remember?
No. Remind me.
There was one time we were wrestling and he ended up getting me on the floor and he like bumped into the speaker and it knocked this big metal picture off the wall and it landed right on my forehead and I went to school with a giant bruise on my forehead the next day.
So when you have kids, then you have to tell them some story. You have to make up a just crazy story about how your dad beat the shit out of you. Like I did with my mom.
Oh, man.
Just make it worse every time.
Just make it worse every time. Just like change it just little by little.
Every time you just
like,
just
oh
tweak
yeah, I didn't tell you guys that my eyeball fell out.
Mm-hmm.
This one, not real. I had to polish my other one off though, so this one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just change it up every time, a little bit.
Let's talk about the movie.
Let's talk about the movie now, guys. Come on. You guys getting weird about it. Do you want to read the movie
You're the one
too?
that put a knot on my head.
Do you want to read the movie? Can I read the movie, or do you want to read it?
Do you want to?
No, I don't want to fucking read it.
Then let me read it. I already had it pulled up. What'd you do that for?
He took away your...
Oh, hold on. I never pulled up your bumps. I'm sorry, dude.
Fuck, man.
Took away
all my fucking jobs. I'm done.
I quit.
You know, if you were Mexican, he'd give them back to you. No,
Took your job.
Or Haitian.
At least I know if I ever need to, I can play that card and get whatever job I want.
I'll give you your job back. Just don't eat my cat or dog.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Too soon?
Maybe.
No.
As long as I know you're joking, though.
Put that cookie down!
Yeah.
Put that kitty down!
Oh, shit.
Look, these are all paired up by threes.
Yep.
Three.
That's because I did it. Read the movie. Oh, wait. You gotta do your plots.
Well, I was gonna ask if we were gonna watch her.
Well, we gotta do the plot synopsis first.
Do we do that first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I got
Just trying to help
100 and some
'cause,
episodes
like,
in.
But like,
And Karen's like, wait, we do that first?
no, but like, well, this is fairly new. The
Well, you
Watch
took
and
my job
Recommend,
away,
we've
so
done
she's-
since
we do that
day
after
one,
that.
but
Yeah.
You took my job away, so she's
Forgotten
wondering
like the
if she
last
took
3.
hers away too.
Karen's got plenty to do, don't you worry.
yeah, I have to pull it all up before we start. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun lives a supremely uneventful life, which revolves around his girlfriend, his mother, and above all, his local pub. This gentle routine is threatened when the dead return to life and make strenuous attempts to snack on ordinary Londoners. Rated R, 1 hour and 39 minutes. Simon Pegg is Shaun. Nick Frost is Ed. Kate Ashfield is Liz. Lucy Davis is Diane. And as far as I'm going to go.
They forgot to say best friend. They said
Bill
mom and
Nye.
girlfriend.
Bill Nye's in this.
Yeah, he played Philip.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, he was further down.
That was Bill Nye?
Not the
not
science
Bill
guy.
Nye, the science.
Oh.
Bill.
I was like, that was not Bill Nye,
No.
man.
It's spelled
That's Bill Nye, the
Nighy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's odd.
would you watch? Would you recommend?
Yes and yes.
Does it go without saying that I think it's all a yes and yes?
Probably,
Because
yeah.
goddamn, if you haven't seen this movie, you're a fucking moron. Go watch Shaun of the
Eric?
Dead.
Yes and yes, right?
No.
He picked it. I mean, I think it's a...
Well, I was
One of
gonna
these
say
days, I'm going to
sometimes
pick a
it's
movie I
iffy.
hate.
Yeah, we need to review this movie because it sucks.
But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be like, oh, this is going to be the movie I pick. And then everybody will watch it and they're like, no, I don't like
Wait,
this movie.
is this episode the episode that I picked?
Yeah, you don't even know what you're gonna pick.
No,
do you?
I do. I'm stuck between
do,
two
I
and
do,
I don't
I
know which
do.
one.
But
to
you
do.
better think about it.
No,
you got-
I do. I think I know what I'm gonna do just because
She
spite.
thinks.
She thinks. It's not a I know.
She
It's
said I think 3 times, so I'm not even sure that she's
You can't.
knows that she's
At the end of the episode, she's
if
going to
she
be like,
thinks.
If
she'll
you
be
know,
like
you know,
this.
you know,
No, wait,
you
no
know.
this. No, wait, no this. No, wait, no this.
All right,
doing a double feature,
is that
Madison
is that a
pick.
heavy recommend from everybody then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's read this fucking movie.
Okay. Shaun of the Dead.
This might be the first 100%.
Holy shit! 100%.
Yeah, this might be the first 10 out of 10 for everyone.
I don't know, maybe.
Shaun, Simon Pegg, is a 29-year-old salesman whose life has no direction. His younger colleagues at work show him no respect, and he has a rocky relationship with his stepfather, Philip.
Poor Philip.
Okay. He
I really
also
like
has
Phil.
a tense relationship with his housemate,
Never gave him
Pete,
a chance.
because
He
of
actually,
Ed.
Phil is me. Like, oh, come on, Barbara. We know it's not a big deal. Do we really have to? I don't need to go to the doctor. I've already gotten my shots. Blah, blah, blah. Like, why do I got to do this? Like,
don't
that is
wanna
me.
leave.
I don't want
we're
to
not
leave. I'm
going
watching the
anywhere.
television.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because
Don't
of
forget
Ned.
to come see your mother.
Yeah. And bring her the flowers you forgot on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I was. Jeez.
I was gonna.
I was gonna.
And not the cruddy ones. I wasn't.
Okay, Napoleon Dynamite. God.
You've got red on you.
You've got red
Shaun's
on you.
crude best friend who lives on lives on their sofa and deals marijuana. He deals marijuana.
Yeah.
I did not pick up on
You
that.
didn't.
You didn't
the
pick
phone
up on
calls?
Is that what that
I don't
was?
have anything.
I don't have anything.
No.
No, man, I'm dry. That's what that means.
He's
Oh,
literally
I-
making a deal in front of the thing while they're all getting almost
Yeah.
eaten.
Oh, I thought he was just someone called.
That's
me
why he
like,
got so
"Yeah,
mad."
Man, I'm in a bit of a situation right
yeah, that's
now.
why he got so mad. They're about to get eaten in
They
front
literally
of the
have a
Winchester.
discussion. Him and his brother literally have a discussion about him dealing drugs, like dealing weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're
Who's
well,
his brother?
You mean Pete? They're not
Yeah.
brothers.
They're not brothers, man.
No, not Ed. No,
No, Shaun and Pete are not brothers.
Yeah, they're not brothers.
I thought they were.
They're just friends from college.
Yeah,
No,
they're all
Shaun
just
and
friends.
Pete were
from-
You thought
brothers.
this whole time over the
Why
past
do you
20
think
years?
he didn't
I
You
thought
thought they
Shaun
were
and Pete were
brothers?
brothers.
No, they're not
I
brothers.
Why
swore
is-
they said they were brothers.
No, they're not brothers.
He never got upset about it whenever he died. Like
No,
he would have went with them to see their
no, they're not
mom.
brothers at all.
Mm-mm.
Huh?
You actually thought they were brothers this whole time? That's fucking great.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not.
Shaun and Pete.
No, they're not. They're not brothers. They're just friends from college.
Mhm.
They're roommates.
I swore Shaun and Pete were brothers.
He's
I'm looking this shit up.
I'm looking this shit up. Nope. No, there's
Right
nothing
ahead.
that says that they're ever brothers in the
His girlfriend, Liz, is unsatisfied with her social life because it consists primarily of spending every evening at the Winchester, Shaun's favorite pub, as well as the fact that they never do anything alone together. Shaun always brings Ed, and she has to bring her flatmates, David and Diane. After a
That was hilarious at
routine
the
day
beginning when
at
they were
work,
like, we can never be alone, and like every time they would say something, it would like fit into the conversation.
Can I get any of you cunts a drink?
No? Okay.
after a routine day at work where he is confronted by Philip, a friend, Yvonne, and others he interacts with, Liz breaks up with Shaun when he fails to book a table, not a tablet. Book a table at a restaurant for their anniversary. Shaun drowns in his sorrows with Ed at the Winchester, and they return home late, only to have Pete confront them. Pete's suffering a headache after being mugged and bitten by some crackheads.
Hold on now, they skipped over.
Braids Shaun and tells him to sort his life out.
That's the second album I ever bought.
God, the accents. Shaun resolves to do so the next morning. This revelation comes at the same time as an apocalyptic uprising of zombies. Although Shaun fails to notice at first, he and Ed finally realize what is happening after watching reports on TV, and several zombies appear in the house, and they decide they need to ensure
montage
they
of those
are somewhere safe.
are fucking great.
Okay, yeah, and they all
There's
fit
panic
together.
on the streets of London.
And the montage is great because he's like flipping through the channels, but they all make a coherent
That's what I'm
sentence.
saying.
Yeah. But like, here's what kills
The
me.
victims are literally being eaten alive.
We talked about in a prior zombie movie about how I think it was a Train to Busan, about how guy gets up in the morning, goes to work, doesn't notice anything's wrong.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then we talked about before we started this one about how he gets up and he just walks to the shop and doesn't notice a damn thing.
Well, see, the thing about this movie that really it can sing to a lot of us is, yeah, you go through your daily life and your daily routines and you don't always notice things, but he subtly notices certain things, like people are acting strange. Like you would notice realistically.
The day before.
Yeah, the day before. You would literally, like if you saw some guy out in a park doing what he was doing with his birds, or some lady just collapses on the side, you're going to pay attention, like, what the fuck?
And he did the day before. The thing that got me is, one, he's hungover, so you're not going to be as, like,
aware,
zoned into every little thing that's going on around you. I got that. But, like, so all the stuff that's lack of happening around him is what kills me. Like, if I walk every day to this shop, and obviously he's used to the hustle and bustle, right? And he doesn't notice that any of that's happening.
Especially on a Monday.
Yeah, and okay, so all right, I guess. But like, you hear sirens all over the place in the background.
I think that they were saying, well, for one, he was hungover, and for two, he had just woken up.
Sure, but
so he's probably just like in a daze.
Sure, but it's like so quiet.
Yeah.
And like, I think the quiet would be an indication.
Maybe. I think that it would depend on the situation and how much of a routine and how used to you are.
Now, I'm not saying
walking there. Now, I would be more distracted by the fact that like there's trash cans falling over, there's trash all over the place.
That's what I'm saying. The hustle and bustle is not happening. There's just
silence.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that would deter me. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I think in your mind, even still, you cannot fathom that anything is really happening, right? Like your mind just can't wrap around that like all at once. It has to come slowly, right? I think always, yeah.
Madison, I raised you better than that. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Joseph,
you're right.
She's your daughter, okay?
But you can't come to that conclusion all at once, right? Like you just can't.
Right.
So I can understand just marching right over to the shop and marching right back home, but it's just, I guess, eerie to watch a person just do that.
I think given the situation, if you put yourself in those shoes, you might not notice as much. You know what I mean?
I think you would notice, but I think that you would just be like, whatever.
A zombie apocalypse would never roll through your brain.
You'd find some way to rationalize it.
Yeah, like,
right?
Oh, it's probably just,
Like the Train to Busan guy, I can let that go. If I'm in my car and there's nobody out and about at 3 a.m., okay. Big whoop. Nobody's out and about at 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. Big fucking deal, right?
Yeah, right.
But if I go to that store every day and there's always like that kid kicking the ball and I'm yelling at him because he almost hit me and, those things would register. But I think that even if they registered, I would still do it. I would still be like, okay, so I guess everybody went on vacation at the same time. Oh, well. You know what I mean?
Like, you have to admit the parallels of his daily thing between then and the apocalypse is really cool, though.
Yeah, yeah. When you watch them side by side, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Continue. Yep.
Okay. After collecting, they discover that Pete is still in the house and is now a zombie and manage to escape in Pete's car. After collecting Barbara and Philip, who are bitten in the process, only Philip is bitten?
Yeah, only Philip's bitten.
Okay. They switch cars and drive in Philip's Jaguar and head to Liz, Diane, and David's flat and collect them. Before they make it to the Winchester, Philip dies of his bite and he manages to make peace with Shaun. Forced to abandon the car, they set off on foot, bumping into Yvonne, and a close friend of Shaun's.
I will say that the only one actually taking this whole thing seriously is Shaun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nobody else is taking this seriously.
Once he figures out what's going on, he is taking it seriously.
Yeah, he's the only one that's like, holy shit, like Ed's fucking around. His mom and dad or stepdad or whatever aren't even like...
they're like, I don't want to
completely oblivious to the whole situation. And then like maybe Liz and those two are like... They're a little more aware, but I think Liz and, honestly, Shaun are probably the only two like, oh my god, this is really serious.
Yeah. I tell you what, it was another kind of realization for me. You remember when Pete was going on and on about him leaving the door open, right? So, like, when he comes back from the shop and then, like, they have that whole thing in the backyard with the zombies, the one chick, like, impales herself and she gets up and all death becomes her style and, like, they freak out.
Yeah.
And then the other zombie comes in through the door. Shaun was the last one to come in.
Yeah.
He's the one that's been leaving the door open.
Yeah.
Not Ed.
It's not Ed.
It's fucking Shaun.
But Ed's not said anything either. Like, he's just been taking the blame for it.
So
Ed really just doesn't care about anything.
No, he doesn't care.
And then like
he's like, I'm just the dumb one, so I don't care. I'll take the blame.
yeah. And then in the car, when Philip's like, well, when they're before Philip dies, but before like they have to get out, there's a radio broadcast. And the radio broadcast is talking about the zombie apocalypse or whatever, and they say exactly what is said in Night of the Living Dead, like word for word. The same radio broadcast, but I can't remember what it is now. But I heard it said in the car, and it's word for word what it said.
It? Yeah.
And then my first favorite part in this movie is said at Shaun's mom's house before they leave. And it's like, so in the midst of all of this just tells you like sort of like the kind of person Shaun is. So in the midst of all of this zombie apocalypse, he's the one that's the only one's taking it seriously, right? So he's serious. They he knows what's going on, and you've seen him be serious, and that's what makes this so funny. He's there and he's arguing with his mom, trying to get them to leave. He knows Philip's been bit, and he knows what's going on and everything. And she mentions that they found some of his toys and they gave them away, and he's like, "Wah!" That cracks me up every time.
Serious?
Because it's his face and the way he says "Wah," cracks me up every time.
And then he's like, that part where he's like, on several occasions, Philip touched me. Yeah. And then she turns around and looks at him. He's like, made up. I lied about that. Complete fabrication.
I apologize for that. I shouldn't have done it.
I think it's just the way he delivers. It's wah.
You're right. I lied. Shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
That's what makes Simon Pegg such a great comedic actor.
Right.
Discovering that the path is infested with zombies, they devise a plan to sneak by pretending to be zombies with the help of Diane, who is an aspiring actress. Ed and Shaun get into the argument, and the zombies, after watching the commotion, realize they are not dead and approach. David smashes the window in the dustbin, and while Shaun distracts the zombies, everyone takes refuge inside the pub. Shaun joins them after giving the zombies the slip. After several hours, the zombies return. Ed inadvertently gives away their position when he wins a slot machine game, and the zombies cover up the pub. It says converge on the pub. Okay, I got this. At the moment, the pub's landlords, also zombies, arrive and attack them. Ed manages to get a Winchester rifle above the bar working, and they use it to fend off the zombies breaking in. However, Barbara reveals a bite wound. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get that. Like,
at the same place twice.
I get that you don't, like, you may not be super efficient with a gun, but, like, those zombies are close enough. Like, come on, Shaun. Like, you gotta be better with a gun than that.
However, Barbara reveals a bite wound she picked up along the way and subsequently dies. Realizing she is about to become a zombie, David points the rifle at her, only to meet resistance from Shaun and Ed. And the ensuing confrontation, Diane reveals that she is aware that David loves Liz and not her. After Barbara returns as a zombie, Shaun shoots her and punches David. David angrily storms to the door, but Diane talks him away from it. At the moment,
David's a prick.
He is a fucking prick. And then she's like, "Get away from the door and sit down." He's like a little puppy dog. Like, "I'm sorry." like, God damn, well, you should have done that a long time ago, that motherfucker.
I mean, he was wrong how he went about it, but he was right.
I get it. Yeah, he was right, but he was also very prickish about it. So
I agree. I'm just saying that it's that whole thing that goes on in every zombie movie or every zombie show. Somebody gets bit and they want to argue about it.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts.
It is stupid, yeah. It's like,
somebody got bit, so we should probably just deal with that. Say your goodbyes.
Yeah, but killing somebody before they turn,
I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying say your goodbyes. We're not going to argue about this. Say your goodbyes.
Yeah, because
you've got
fucking
very
dead.
Precious little time.
Yeah, you got about 5 minutes, and then, yeah.
She closes her eyes. I'm pulling the trigger.
She blinks.
They did the same thing in the Dawn of the Dead remake with the girl's dad. Like he's going to turn, so, and when he does...
That one guy that everybody was like, oh, he's a prick. Yeah, he was a prick, but he was right.
Yeah. Yep. The guy from Modern Family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everybody kept, oh, he's such a prick. Yeah, he was, but he was right.
Yep.
At that moment, the zombies break through
David was a prick about that. I was saying David was just a prick throughout the whole movie.
No, he
was a prick about that, too.
Bag.
He could have gone about it a different way.
Well, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying he was a prick throughout the whole movie, period.
Oh, yeah.
He's a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a fucking douche.
At that moment, the zombies break through a window and drag him out, disemboweling and dismembering him. Frantic, Diana bolts the door to rescue David, exposing Shaun, Liz, and Ed to the zombies. Ed
rip him in 5 pieces and tear out his guts.
And then she runs out with his leg or arm.
His leg.
You know she survived, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know she was there to pick up the pieces.
How do you know she survived?
She's there to pick up the pieces.
Twice.
How do you know she survived?
So there was a thing on the DVD where they talked about like after stories after the movie and after all the events. And what it was she actually escaped beating down a bunch of zombies with his leg, managed to climb a tree, and survive the zombie apocalypse. And then she went to live with her aunt.
Okay.
Something like that. Went to stay with her aunt or something afterwards. But yeah, she survives. She doesn't die. I think there's a couple of other stories about other people. Like, there's another one about how Shaun gave the zombies the slip at the Winchester.
Yeah, it showed. There was like a deleted scene that showed how or whatever too.
Yeah, well, I think they're like storyboards or something like that, or they're like comic.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Something like comic panels or something like that, or something like that. They do some kind of illustration or something, and they show these like little side things to explain things that happen off screen.
That might be it.
Ed prepares a Molotov cocktail to fend them off, but Pete arrives and bites him. He manages to get over the bar, and Shaun uses the cocktail to ignite the bar. They escape into the cellar, finding themselves cornered. Then they contemplate suicide but discover a service hatch. Shaun and Liz escape through the hatch, and Ed, now mortally wounded from the ensuing zombie attack, stays behind with a cigarette and a rifle. Back on the street, Shaun and Liz prepare to fight.
You have nothing to be sorry about. No.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Shaun.
I'll stop doing it when you stop
wretched.
laughing.
Huh?
I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Prepare to fight the zombies once more, but at the moment, the British army arrives and they are rescued. Yvonne, who has also survived, shows up and tells Shaun and Liz to follow her. They approach the safety of the trucks, reconciled. 6 months after the outbreak, all of the uninfected have returned to daily life, and the remaining zombies, retaining their instincts, are used as cheap labor and entertainment. Liz and Shaun have moved in together in Shaun's house, and Shaun is keeping Ed as a pet, tethered in the shed and playing Time Splitters 2. The end.
The end.
Happy ending. Ish.
Yeah, I'd call it a happy ending.
Yeah. Kept his buddy.
You know, it's weird because
Ed's not doing much more than he was before,
yeah,
really.
He's pretty much doing the same thing, only now he lives in the shed. He even says, "Why don't you go live in the shed, you thick fuck?" And that's where he ends up at the end of the movie.
Well,
in the shed.
I mean, there's a lot of foreshadowing. You know, she was there to pick up the pieces, and end up in the shed.
Yep.
It's kind of like that one saying that everybody lives as zombies. Like, some people really do live like zombies. Like,
well, that's the whole metaphor of this movie, is that people go through their daily lives like zombies. And that's why a lot of people don't notice when a zombie apocalypse is starting to happen, because everybody acts like a zombie every day of their life.
Anyway. I was actually going to talk about that a little bit when in my review, is that like George Romero liked to have a lot of, you know, symbolism or whatever it is, and you know, like
symbolism.
What's the symbology there? But like, you know, like he liked to do a lot of social commentary with his zombie movies, and I really feel like, you know, he did all right with doing so, but like, you know, there's a lot of social commentary in this too.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot.
So they did a pretty good job at doing homages, and you know,
they did a better job than Romero, I'd say.
I think it speaks to the time.
Yeah.
You know, if we lived in the time when those movies were made for Romero, you know.
Well, I was in the time of Land of the Dead, and that movie sucks.
Oh, no, I don't disagree there. Land of the Dead can suck my non-existent dick.
Diary of the Dead also sucked. Just saying.
Never seen that one.
Yeah, it was not
Did
good.
I don't think I've seen that.
It wasn't good.
I was over it with Land.
Yeah. I mean, it had its cool moments.
Don't blow them up. They're just looking for a place to live like we are. They're fucking zombies.
Right. Yeah, that was dumb. All
I'm blowing them up.
Let's move on here. Did you guys cover it? You got anything else you want to say about the movie, Karen?
I don't think so.
I think it's...
How did he run into that crowd to get around the pub and not give it?
The same way that what's-her-face was able to run through the crowd with a leg.
They don't run. Remember?
But she didn't have anything. He didn't have anything.
The only thing you have to worry about, though, is getting bit. If you can avoid getting bit, I mean, you're okay.
5 Ds of dodgeball.
Was it Doc, Dudge, or sorry,
Doc, Duck,
or no, Dodge, Duck,
Dip, dive, dodge.
Yes.
Dive, dodge, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can
dodge a ball.
Dodge a ball.
And zombies.
No,
and zombies,
what was it? I think it was Walmart. It was Kroger and Pickwood's. They have dodgeball tournament sign-up sheets, and it said on the little whiteboard, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. And I was like, I turned to...
Why didn't we sign up for dodgeball tournaments?
I turned...
Did we?
No, why didn't we? Yeah, why didn't we?
Because dodgeball sucks to actually play.
No,
it don't. It was funner than shit.
Pegging another person with a fucking ball? That sounds fun to me.
You can play.
I love it.
As long as you just aim low and they won't catch it.
No, I just want...
That's what I did at school, and it always worked. As long as I aimed at their feet, no one ever caught it.
No, you aim at the head.
I liked hockey.
If they catch it, then you deserve to be out.
In school, we got disqualified if we hit people in the head.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, but
you always aim the face.
It didn't seem like bull whenever I was the one getting hit.
And then when you hit him in the face, everybody always said, "In the face,
in the face,
red face, red face."
I liked hockey.
You what?
I like to play hockey.
Hockey?
I don't like play hockey. I don't like play dodgeball.
No.
I always threw my gloves
Why
off.
didn't they Philip out of the car instead of like? Why didn't they just like get him out of the car instead of you know what I mean?
I
like,
don't know.
That's one. I guess that's
no.
one thing
I liked
don't-
it better because they had it on child lock, so they all.
Well, I know that
that
was
was
pretty
the
funny.
whole point of it.
I know, but like if you get one zombie out of the car versus getting out of the car with 30,000 zombies, you know.
Yeah.
I also feel like they were just
They
better
were
off staying at
panicking.
Liz's because she was on the second story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I'm like,
That's a
why the
flaw.
Winchester?
But
They're
they
like, the
wanted to
Winchester
smoke.
has big doors, and I'm like, also big windows.
Yeah.
like,
I think they were just thinking, but beer.
beer, and I can
And I
smoke
can
there.
smoke.
At least make your way up to the apartment area or the house above the.
Why can't you smoke out
Winchester.
the window? I mean, like you know.
Just stand
Yeah.
on the. Just
Or
stand
go
on
up to the
roof.
I tell
roof,
Liz,
yeah.
like, dude, it's a zombie apocalypse. I think I got a right to smoke. I don't give a fuck if it is in your apartment.
Mm-hmm. And if you're gonna die, like who wants one? I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Obviously, she was smoking anyway, so
Yeah,
because she was smoking all of
Hey,
the ones that he
Sean's
threw
smokes,
away. He's
yeah.
like, I threw these in your bin. She's like, yeah, you did.
You sneaky monkey. All right, let's go ahead and I think it's which button was
Which
it?
one is it?
Shit, this one.
You almost need a cheat sheet.
Almost did. Yeah, I was like, fuck. I don't remember which one it was. Leave review as in review, I guess. All right, well, let's start with Madison. What did you think of Shaun of the Dead from
I
2004?
really like this movie. I stayed.
Denied.
What?
He said no.
Wasn't doing anything.
You're making noise. Just you don't need to fidget.
You make noise.
Yeah, I know when I talk.
Too loud. Anyways.
Here we go with this shit.
Put that cookie down!
Yeah, Dad. Put that cookie down.
Just give us your review.
Okay. Alright. So, I really like this movie. I think I liked it more than the first time I watched it. I don't know. I don't really
You
don't
notice
remember.
more.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I
watch it,
mean
you
when you
notice
do
Yeah.
the review or watch the movie for the podcast, you always notice things more because you're paying
That's true.
attention.
Because normally I don't know the movies that we watch. I just kind of watch them and I'm like, oh, that was cool. I guess I rate this movie.
That's because, well, it's easier if you've seen the movie before
I know.
to review a movie. Like,
I
all
know.
right, like I've seen Shaun of the Dead probably fucking 30 times.
Oh yeah.
So, like, whenever you review, like, if I've seen it at least once before or twice before, and I'm watching it again, I'm like, all right, I've seen this movie. I know what to expect. This way I can pay better attention
Yeah,
to it.
you're paying attention.
It sucks trying to review a new movie that you've never seen before.
Because you're just trying to enjoy it.
yeah, you're like,
rather
how do
than-
I don't know how to take this movie because I've only seen it once.
Mhm.
So some podcast reviewers, man, they'll watch a fucking movie like 10 times before they review the movie. I'm like, that is ridiculous. I would not do that.
I don't have that kind of time.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like if I did that, I would end up just hating the movie just because I had to watch it that
Yeah.
many
No,
times.
for sure.
Oh god, imagine having to watch in oh my god.
Yes, ma'am?
Texas.
Chainsaw, Texas.
Oh fuck.
Texas
That's how many times
Chainsaw.
she had to watch it.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 10 times. That would suck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your review? Come on.
Anyways, sorry, zoned out. It was really sucking in my brain there.
That scream would have made me do a Kurt Cobain.
Real,
Jesus.
real. If oh my god, P Diddy gets the electric chair, I'd rather be him if I had to watch that movie 10 times because that movie was giving me a headache.
You guys go a little bit too far. I'd rather get kicked in the shin about 6 times than watch that movie 10 times. I think that's a little bit more.
You know, we're not P. Diddy. We got choices in life. We don't have to do anything we
I
don't
just
want
want
to
I
do.
to
agree. I'm
Electric
just
chair
saying
rather
they're
than-
talking about getting like shot.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
don't-
like I'll just get kicked a few times. Thanks.
I just won't watch it that
Yeah.
many times. That's just me.
No, I agree. I'm saying they're coming up with these scenarios. There's my scenario if I have to.
Well,
pick
you know
one.
where our minds are.
Death apparently.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's
Eric,
death or
you have kids.
death or watching a movie 10 times. I would choose death.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie 8.5. I really do like this movie. It's a good movie, so
Okay.
it's high
Okay,
up there for me.
okay,
It's
okay,
one of my favorite
okay.
zombies movies. The Train to Busan was okay. I like The Walking Dead, obviously.
Train to Busan
But
was
it's not
better
a
the
movie.
second time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, it wasn't bad. But the second time I watched it, I was like, man, it's a good fucking movie.
Hits.
At the
really
end,
fucking hits.
Yeah. 8.5.
I think for me, I've loved this movie since the first time I saw it, all the way back in 2004. It hits, dude. Like, I remember when this movie came out, and I saw a preview for it. This is back before we really got into foreign movies. Mm-hmm. And I know it doesn't seem foreign because it takes place in London, but it is foreign. But it's just a movie that, like, I remember watching it and I'm thinking this movie's probably going to be stupid, but it's a zombie movie and I'm willing to check it out. Checked it out. I was like, this might be one of the best zombie movies I've ever fucking seen because it's great all the way through. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's fun. I wouldn't say it's really scary, but like towards the end there, it has its horror elements.
Well, it goes straight into horror.
The music is awesome. The dialogue is awesome. Everybody brings it to the movie, like all the actors. I like that they don't go over the top with the gore effects and the zombie makeup and all that because it all takes place in one day. The movie, like I said, the music, the Queen during the scene in the pub was awesome. Kill the Queen! What? The jukebox! So just all of it, man. And like you said, all the social commentary that the movie brings. It's just a fun fucking movie, and probably still to this day, Edgar Wright's best movie. And he even did like Baby Driver and shit, and he's even dipped his toes in superhero films and shit. And this is still his best movie to date. I'm gonna give this motherfucker a 9.5. This movie's awesome. Always has been, always will be. What? It's definitely one of the best zombie movies of all time.
Who made that one movie with the child that was like an anti-Superman? Like an anti-Superman.
Brightburn.
That was Brightburn. Yeah, that was James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Just still haven't seen that movie yet. I still haven't seen that yet.
I saw bits and
good.
pieces of it. I haven't seen all of it though.
Brightburn's really good.
Yeah.
A lot of what you guys said. I liked this movie the first time I saw it, second time, the 80th time. The social commentary was the kind of the first thing that I hit on when I saw it the first time, along with all the other homages in the movie. Speaks really well to what they were trying to do on top of the comedy, because the comedy was really well done, and I think even that's on purpose. But I think that they accomplished everything that they were trying to go for with it. And then I loved the whole dynamic between Ed and Shaun's mom. How he was always like defending her and getting really aggressive about it.
Don't talk about my mom like that.
You leave Barbara alone, or like and how they did the homage to Night of the Living Dead. When he's on the phone, he's like, "We're coming to get you, Barbara," instead of they're coming to get you, Barbara. Those little things that they did were really cool.
And then your mom called and asked if I'd eat her out.
He said, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
What?
I have always
she's engaged. Oh, that was fast.
I have always loved British comedy ever since I was little. I think it started with watching Mr. Bean.
Yeah, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean all day.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think we all got that as kids.
I think
so.
I
As we
know
grew,
of any really bad British comedy though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
really
I love
good.
British comedy, so this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. All of it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then I don't know. I mean, I know he was her mom, but like, she was my least favorite character. Shaun's mom. I found her kind of annoying. When she got bit, I was kind of like, yeah, that's your fault too. For being a dumbass.
Yep.
So, sorry, not sorry.
They live here.
Yeah, like, fucking go. Like, anyway.
How'd she hop them fences?
Very carefully. She used her purse as a catapult. I don't know. Weirdo.
Shaun was just diving through them, apparently.
Mom,
let me help you.
He almost had such a heroic moment there, too. And he's like, yeah.
I think he just tried to jump them and then they fell over.
Before?
No, he said, "What, David? You've never taken a shortcut before?" And then he
He redeemed himself in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He was a total badass, not Buzz.
I thought it was pretty cool that he jumped on that itty bitty trampoline and made it all the way over the fence instead of breaking through the
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm giving it a 9. I really like that movie. I love this movie.
Yeah.
You're up.
So I'm right there with you guys. I really love this movie. I mean, obviously, I'm the one that picked it, so I really love the comedy in this movie. The horror picks up at the end. The gore in it, it's not too overly saturated, but there is that gore aspect to it. Even the relationship between Phil and Shaun, you don't really you see like that loving, caring aspect from Phil to Shaun, and he shows it to him, right? And Shaun catches it.
And then that final thing where she's like, he says my dad, or she says, something about dad. And he's like, Dad's not in there. And she was like, oh, Shaun. And he goes, no, he was my dad.
No,
he's not anymore.
Says, that's not my dad. And then she goes, oh, Shaun. He's like, no, it was my dad.
Yeah.
But
it's not anymore.
But it's not anymore.
So like as the audience, it's sort of like, it's still funny. Like it's a funny moment that's happening,
like
but you get that, that Shaun finally got it too.
So it hits you like you get the feels in it, you get the comedy in it, you get the horror aspect, you get a whole kind of feels in it, So there's a whole lot of things that go with this movie. So I really feel like this movie goes with a lot of aspects. So I'm kind of right here with Joseph with the 9.5.
Yeah, so that's a 9.1.
Sweet.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of our highest.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. You brought up a good one because I hadn't even thought of the feels aspect of it.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
All right. How about some of that Rotten Tomatoes shit?
Okay.
My guess for critics is 86.
I'm going 90. I bet it's high.
I bet it's high too. You're going 90? What'd you say?
86.
Ooh.
86, 90.
I'm thinking, man, it's going to be right around there too. Fuck, I'm going 91. Fuck you guys.
Oh, he $1'd you.
Yeah.
It's 92.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I was like, it's got to be like.
I'm $1 and you again. It's 92.
92.
Oh.
For the
audience?
92.
90.
95.
Oh, if you would have $1'd her, you would have got it. It's 93.
I beat you playing your own game.
I knew it was going to be close, too. I was like, oh, that's going to be really close.
I beat you playing your own game.
Yeah, if you would have $1'd her, you would have got it.
Oh, man. It's good. It's good that we all know where it sits, though. We're like, we know this is a good movie.
It's going to be right around where we had it.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
So, critic consensus. Shaun of the Dead cleverly balances scares and witty satire, making for a bloody good zombie movie with loads of wit.
That was another thing I want to bring up in my review, the horror. Like it goes in that horror mode and it, boom, nails it.
Yeah, it does. It does do a good job. Right there at the end, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Joel G.
Joel's up.
1 star. Horrible movie. It's boring and the script is terrible. With bad acting, watch at your own risk.
Joel
Okay,
Gay.
I
Decline.
disrespectfully disagree.
There was a whole lot of 1 stars. Some of them
I'm
were.
sure there
so
was.
it's
I
like-
bet Joel G was at one of them Diddy parties.
Probably.
There's a 2 star here. Said this wasn't as funny as I was expecting. I thought it would be as funny as The World's End.
Oh, so we
It
see
went-
where you're.
That is the weakest of the 3.
It went quickly, at least.
Oh, my God.
I mean, because it was good, it went quick.
I agree with
It
that.
went too
That's
fast.
a good statement.
Yeah.
So this is one of those people that did not watch the full movie.
Oh,
Fuck
God.
you.
I left before the movie even started playing.
Wait.
What?
What?
There were about 7 other people in the same movie, all being very loud. The movie sound was already loud, and there was way too much going on.
Buddy, I think you're
Then
confused.
why are you-
Mike Kimberly.
Why the fuck? Why would you even leave a
Kimberly?
review on a movie you didn't even start watching?
Left a half a star.
Does Kimberly
Oh my
start
God.
with a K?
Of course.
You know what K stands for? No offense, Karen. Karen. She's a Karen. Not this Karen's type of Karen.
We're just gonna start calling Karen KK.
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 No, Kiki.
Hey
Kiki.
girl.
Do you
I
I
think-
think,
like
I think that's
me?
more of an offense to her.
I'd rather be a bitch than that.
I'd rather be a loudmouth bitch than be a KK.
Whatever that is.
Another half star. Terrible, such an overrated movie. Didn't even leave their name. Terrible, such an overrated movie. People praise this boring movie with forced cheese inserted.
I don't know. I've had cheese inserted in my butt, and that probably felt a lot worse than watching this movie.
You what?
What? Nothing. Continue.
Someone start replaying that. Put it on a remix.
What are we at? 129. Top right.
Cheese and Joseph's ass.
At the very least, it's a YouTube short.
Another person, no name, star and a half. I decided to watch this after watching Hot Fuzz. This movie. This movie is very different, though. It's not funny. I believe there is more horror and annoying scenes than the funny parts. It left me with a furrowed brow and uneasy feeling.
Furrowed brow?
Yeah, a furrowed brow.
Okay.
No. Like this?
Like the one he's giving us?
Yeah. Okay.
Steve D.
Steve
D. 1 star. Takes way too long to unleash the zombies. It was not anywhere near as clever as it thinks it is.
But it is.
I disagree 100%.
Steve D.
It's because we're Americans, guys.
Half star.
Yeah, the stupid Americans love this crap.
The worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
I think I want to die now.
Okay. Bye.
What was
That's
his
the last
name?
one. No name.
Go watch Centipede.
That's all. That's all I got.
Worst movie you ever watched. Go watch Transformers 2. You'll change your mind, I promise.
You hate that movie so much.
I just don't like the Transformer movies.
I don't like Transformer movies.
It's not that I don't like the movies. I just think that they're dumb viewing cinema. It's just all big CG explosions.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was good because it had heart.
Yeah, that's fair.
After that, I was like, how much money can we make off this shit?
Cash grab.
Yep.
Yeah.
I never liked the Transformers movie. I thought they were all dumb.
First one was good. I liked the first one.
The first one.
It had a point to the movie, but anyway, this ain't a Transformers podcast.
Literally.
Let's move on.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
Trivia.
Karen's trivia.
George A. Romero, creator of the movies to which this movie pays homage and lampoons, was so impressed with Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's work that he asked them to cameo in Land of the Dead. Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright considered a sequel that would replace zombies with another monster, but decided against it as they were pleased with this movie as a standalone product.
I agree. Don't fucking ruin it.
Don't touch it.
And thought too many characters died to continue the story. The proposed title was From Dusk Till Shaun. However, this idea did have an afterlife. A mocked-up poster can be seen for the film in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Huh. When asked by an interviewer why they chose to have slow-moving zombies instead of running zombies, Simon Pegg simply replied, because death is not an energy drink.
Yeah, I agree.
Real.
I mean, I've explained why I think, fast zombies do make sense, but, I'm cool with the slow ones too. Yeah. Shaun tells Liz that...
Either or work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying...
It just depends on what mood you want to bring to the movie.
Exactly. I mean, it's fine either way.
Parkour zombies are freaky, though.
I was going to say, me personally, if I were in a zombie apocalypse, I'd rather them be slow.
Dude,
of course.
You'd want a challenge.
In the Dawn of the Dead remake, when that one zombie, turns and he doesn't have an arm and then he starts to run, it's like, fuck! Like when you first saw that movie and you first saw that zombie, it fucked your shit up, dude. I'm telling you.
I don't think I've ever seen either Dawn of the Deads.
Oh, really?
Are they in the box?
Maybe. Because I think we have the...
Dawn of the Dead? Mm-hmm. We already did the fucking remake, didn't we? Yeah, we already did the remake. Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Dawn of the
She's
Dead.
never seen it.
I don't think she was on the podcast yet. I think we've already done it.
I don't think we did.
I will look.
I don't think we did.
By the way, here's the From Dusk Till Shaun. It's not much. It's just. But yeah, we've already done Dawn of the Dead remake.
I don't think we have. But
I'm looking.
Shaun tells Liz that he's going to take her to the place that does all the fish. When he opens the phone book, you can see that the restaurant is literally called Fulci's Restaurant, the place that does all the fish. Lucio Fulci is a director well known for his zombie movies and the Italian giallo genre. Night of the Living Dead director Romero was given a private viewing of this movie near his house in Florida. During the scene in which Ed yells into the phone, "We're coming to get you, Barbara," Romero was oblivious to the fact that it was a direct lift from his movie Night of the Living Dead, and only found out later after a phone conversation with Edgar Wright.
Oh my goodness.
Shaun and Ed's friendship is based on Simon Pegg and Nick Frost when they shared a flat together. John and Bernie, who run the Winchester, and these are the real-life names of the landlord and landlady who used to run Simon Pegg's local pub, The Shepherds in Highgate.
I think you're right. I don't think we did do Dawn of the Dead.
No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, really?
See?
Karen's right?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I don't think we did.
John used to make toasted sandwiches for regulars, hence the reference to the Breville Outback. Pegg and Nick Frost were regular attendees of the Shepherd's Thursday night quiz, hence the line, "We do the quiz" when Shaun is knocking on the Winchester's door. All of the newsreaders and television presenters are real people portraying themselves. Nick Frost allegedly kept his genitals shaved throughout the production to create a genuine need to scratch that the character demanded. When Shaun is heading to the shop for the first time, a worker on the street is listening to the radio. The newscast mentions a space probe that unexpectedly re-entered the Earth's atmosphere and broke up over England. This is likely a reference to Night of the Living Dead, in which radiation from a satellite returning from Venus was given as a possible cause for the dead returning to life. According to Edgar Wright, cornettos appear in this movie is because he once ate a cornetto to get over a hangover, and thought it would be funny if Ed did the same after a night of drinking. I always wondered why cornettos were so important, like why this was called the Cornetto Trilogy. As this is the first part of the unofficial 3 flavors Cornetto Trilogy, the red wrapper, strawberry flavor, makes its appearance in this movie. According to Edgar Wright, red represents the blood and zombies, which is the main motif in this movie. For Wright's other movies, Hot Fuzz, it was the blue and vanilla flavor representing the police, while in the final part, The World's End, it was green and peppermint with peppermint chip, representing science fiction and extraterrestrial elements. I didn't know that
I didn't know that.
But that's interesting, right?
I was wondering why they called it the Cornetto Trilogy.
I know. I put that in here because I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. I just knew that that's what it was called. The day of the zombie invasion, when Shaun walks to the corner shop and doesn't notice zombies in the streets and corpses all over, that scene was shot in one long, unbroken take. Shaun berates Ed for calling the creatures zombies. This alludes to the curious fact that many of the most iconic zombie movies, including Night of the Living Dead and Resident Evil, never use the word zombie at all. It can also be in reference to Danny Boyle, director of 28 Days Later, and his insistence that it isn't a zombie movie. In this movie, Shaun's mother calls him Pickle, and apparently that's not just something the filmmakers made up. Edgar Wright's own mother called him that as a boy, apparently while she taught some of his classes at school, much to his embarrassment. The rifle they use in the Winchester is naturally a Winchester Model 66. It is the same weapon used in Night of the Living Dead and Night of the Living Dead 1990. Mary, the zombie in Shaun's backyard, works at Landis Supermarket. This is a nod to John Landis, who directed An American Werewolf in London and Michael Jackson Thriller, and to the British chain of convenience stores named Londis. Simon Pegg revealed that he was impressed by Nicola Cunningham's audition and that her character Mary is one of his favorite zombies ever. On his Instagram account, he explained, "It's easy to forget that each zombie represents a tragedy. The more they screech and run, the less apparent that tragedy is. A zombie is the walking personification of a human life lost." There was a sadness and confusion that Nicola brought to Mary that I found really quite touching. When Ed says, "I think she wants a cuddle," I'd like to think that he wasn't that far off the mark. A short story detailing her transformation into one of the undead was featured in issue number 1384 of the classic British science fiction comic 2000 AD. The issue went on sale April 7th, 2004. The strip was called There's Something About Mary and was written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright with art by Fraser Irving. Ed's missing chunk of his hair is visible in all of his over-the-shoulder shots. Or whenever
I kept asking, why is he got a bald spot?
I know. I put this in here because I always noticed he had bald spots, and it always drove me crazy. So
I always just figured it was like a drunken, stupid thing, and like maybe Shaun was pranking him and like shaving his head.
You're right on the mark.
Yeah.
So, or whenever he's in profile, but it's never explained. According to director Edgar Wright, it was some drunken thing where Ed and his friends had been shaving bits of their hair off. Simon Pegg turned down a role in Dog Soldiers to do this movie. I found that interesting.
Simon Pegg did?
Mm-hmm.
Was Shaun missing some of his hair too?
No.
Just
Dog Soldier. I don't know. Who would he have been in Dog? I guess one of the soldiers, I suppose.
Probably.
Fuck that. I'm glad he was in this. I love Dog Soldiers. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like this, like without him in this movie, I don't know that this movie would be as great.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No.
Like it's still good. I think it could still be good, but like it's great with him.
It's him and Ed's life though. Like
Yeah.
he's not. They wouldn't have made this movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shaun calls out for Nelson, the shop owner, during his hungover visit. As Shaun goes to leave, you can see someone carefully looking out from the back of the store, likely being Nelson. A zombie wouldn't be so cautious, meaning that he mistook the hungover and obvious Shaun's visit as a sign that everything was okay, and inadvertently resulted in Nelson getting attacked. Proof is that Nelson shambles over later, humorously with his hand out for the change that Shaun owes him. Like, there's so much that's happening in the background of this movie that you can watch it easily 1,000 times and never
there's a lot.
see it all.
There's a lot in this movie that you got to watch it more than once just to notice it all.
Yeah. When Ed is being bitten by a zombie near the end of the film, the sound effect of his scream is taken directly from the character of Windows in John Carpenter's The Thing. Never noticed.
I never noticed that either.
According to the DVD commentary, when Ed attempts to cheer Shaun up at the Winchester with plans of binge drinking, he is actually summarizing the events of the next day, Z-Day, entirely in drinking references. Bloody Mary, checkout girl in the back of the garden, bite at the king's head, Philip, couple, David and DJ, little princess, Liz, stagger back, impersonate zombies, bar for shots, firing the rifle at the Winchester. That's it.
All right. There you go, people. Shaun of the Dead. 20th anniversary and shit. Next week, we will continue our horror movie
Bonanza.
Halloween month bonanza. Scarenanza. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Madison, what are we watching next week?
So, I will tell you, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this one movie, but then there was another movie that Dad, you can't say anything, that Dad has never seen before, and I didn't know which one I wanted to do, and I kind of want to force him to watch the one, but at the same time I really want to do the other one. But, Karen, which one should we do?
I'd say if your dad's never seen it.
I've never seen either of them.
Oh.
I don't know if any of you have seen one of them, but this one Dad needs to see because I don't understand why he hasn't seen it.
Man, I'd like to know about a movie that all the three of us haven't seen.
Right.
Do you want me to tell you the options?
Yeah.
Lisa Frankenstein. Have you seen that one?
Yep, I've seen it.
Or Coraline.
Oh.
Karen's going to pick Lisa Frankenstein because she doesn't like Coraline that much.
Really?
I'm not a huge fan, but you pick.
It's
whichever one.
Your pick.
Now they're looking at me like that.
I don't care either way. Either way, I'm watching a
But
movie
Dad's
that I've...
never seen it.
Which one?
Coraline.
Doesn't really need to.
In her opinion. In my opinion.
This is your pick.
Yeah,
You
this
pick
is your
whatever
pick.
wanna
You choose.
pick.
Yep.
I don't care. Either way, I'm watching it.
Yep, we'll watch them.
We got you.
Do you swear to watch Coraline with me later?
Today?
No, not today.
Today.
Before Halloween.
Sure.
Swear on your mother.
Sure.
Swear on your mother.
I mean,
Swear on your mother.
can we just watch Coraline?
Swear.
Who says I want to like Lisa Frankenstein?
Well, Karen doesn't like Coraline, and I'd feel really bad if I put her through
Who
Coraline.
gives a shit?
I do. I love Karen.
Doesn't matter if you
I'll
like
watch
it or
Coraline.
not. We all watch
It's been a
movies
long
that
time
we don't
since
like.
I've seen it. Maybe I'll like it this time. If you don't want to watch Lisa Frankenstein, or if I don't give a shit.
I like both of them.
It's
that's
your
why
choice.
It's like hard to decide. So
I don't care what we do. This is your choice.
Don't
do what you think I want to do.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard.
How long has it been since you've seen Coraline?
Carry the Six. I don't know.
Carry the Six.
What is that?
Division. I don't know.
When's the last time you've seen Coraline?
Never watched it.
We're watching Coraline. I'm sorry, Karen. I love you. But, like, we're watching
She
Coraline.
doesn't care, she'll watch it. And
I'll
then
watch it.
She'll rate it.
Yeah.
Well, you seriously do need to watch Lisa Frankenstein.
Alright, so what is it streaming on?
Nothing.
So we're watching Coraline then?
Yeah.
Next week, people, Coraline.
That's a Halloween movie, right?
I mean, it's got horror elements and stuff, yeah. Like,
Is it still on your hard drive?
yeah.
It is not streaming on anything.
Told you.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you, boo.
You have it?
You can stream it on Roku with ads.
You secretly love it, don't you?
No.
I'm sorry, girl.
All right.
I'll get it.
So next week we're watching Coraline. It's a stop motion animated film. Yeah. I don't even know who all's in this movie.
I have no idea.
Well, like, is there voice actors, anything like
I don't know
that?
if
Who
it's
can we?
anyone.
I need somebody to pick a creator profile for this one.
I
You
just
got
had
the
it
wrong
up.
person.
You just.
I think I've seen this movie once, maybe
There's
twice,
no-
maybe twice. But I think only once.
Dakota Fanning, Tara Hatcher,
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher.
Jennifer Saunders.
Maybe we'll do Dakota Fanning. Or Terry Hatcher, yeah.
Keith David looks familiar.
Keith David, yeah.
Keith David's awesome.
Oh, Ian McShane. All right, so next week we're doing Coraline. So don't forget to come check that shit out. And don't forget to check out our socials. Those.
Because I'm looking at them there, but you're looking at them there.
And then we'll see you here next week for
Notice how
our
he doesn't
second
abuse
horror
me on the
movie month
podcast.
movie.
Notice how he doesn't abuse me on the podcast. I was half expecting him to reach over and smack me.
For what?
Exactly. I'm just saying.
Everybody's gonna be like, I think he abuses his daughter off camera. As soon as the camera turns off, bitch, ow! You're telling everybody what I do. I don't hurt you. Bam!
Your secret southern accent comes out. We don't actually
Yeah.
live up
Southern
here.
accent that he doesn't
We
have
don't
on
actually
camera.
live up north.
Actually spit on the floor and shit. I got chewing off.
Oh, man.
Takes off his t-shirt and his wife beater underneath.
Get back in your cage,
No, he
bitch!
doesn't even take it off. He's like, he rips it off.
All right, next week, Coraline. We will see
Go
you
sit
guys.
with the spiders.
Oh my god.
Secretly, there's a hole in
Goodbye.
the floor right over there.
Bye.
That's why I'm afraid of them. I live with
Little
them.
basket.